What is the new game mode that we have been hearing about on the forums? Do you want a sneak preview? The Distance, the new game mode that will be introduced in 2.7. What is the Distance? Distance is a series of missions that increase in difficulty. In these missions, you will find a variety of mission objectives and even some boss missions. Boss missions are when there is a powerful special enemy you must defeat using your skills and knowledge of the game. Here is the summary of the Distance. The Distance is a measure of missions back to back, kind of like story missions. There is a start and an end. Complete mission objectives, and you may encounter some boss missions in this new game mode. Use your smarts and skills to defeat each stage so that you can continue to the more difficult ones as you progress. How does the Distance work? During the mission, if your survivor falls or gets defeated or basically dies, your other survivors that are healthy can continue the mission. You will have to keep going without the fallen survivor, just the way it is in Outposts. So even though your survivor falls one by one, you can still succeed as long as you have one survivor that completes the mission at the end. Just keep going until you complete it. But don't worry. You can continue to the next mission using your other survivors that are on your survivor slots. So if you have 2 fallen survivors in one of the missions, before you go to the next one, you can choose your other 2 new survivors. So most likely the best line of strategy would be to upgrade your survivors and make sure they are all strong enough to carry you through the chain of missions. You may want to use your weak survivors first and then start gradually bringing in the stronger pink survivors when the mission gets increasingly difficult. Summary of the survivor rules. If your survivor falls or dies, you continue without them and finish that stage. If all of your 3 survivors fail, you can start that current mission over, but you must choose your new survivors to replace them. Use your entire survivor roster to continue the series of missions. The bigger the roster, the more chances you have to complete it. Some hints to progress. Upgrade all your survivors and get them ready for the Distance. The more survivors you have, the more you can play and continue. Upgrade your best gear and prepare your survivors to take on this extremely difficult challenge. Start from using your weak survivors and then gradually use your strong pinkies as the mission increases in difficulty. Do we get to heal? Do we have hospital time? Damage dealt to your survivors while playing these missions are not healed in the hospital tent as normal. The damage will carry on to the next mission. For example, if all 3 of your survivors get heavily bruised when you complete one of the missions, the damage will remain the same and get carried over to the next mission. That means all your 3 survivors will still be heavily bruised at the start of the next mission. Please note, the damage you inflict during these missions will not affect the other game modes, such as scavenge missions, challenges, and outposts. They are a completely separate entity, and you can play your other game modes while participating in the Distance. This is a healing summary. There is no hospital time like we have with outposts and challenge missions. Damage dealt to your survivors will presume to the next mission. If your survivor is damaged, their health pool carries over to the next stage. This is a completely separate game mode from challenges and outposts. They do not share the damage dealt to your survivors during the Distance. You can play guild challenges, story missions, outposts, anything you want at the same time you play the Distance. They are a separate entity. How about the rewards? Are the rewards any good? The Distance is extremely difficult and it will require you to use your skill set to defeat the course. The rewards will increase in line with the difficulty. So, rewards will get more and more generous the further your survivors are able to make it through the Distance course. Rewards recap. Rewards will increase in line with the mission's difficulty. The harder the level, the better the rewards. Rewards will get more generous as you go higher in the mission difficulty, so try to reach that ultimate goal so that you can reap the benefits. This is a fiendishly difficult game mode. Only the best of the best will be able to complete the distance. Thanks for watching. Are you ready to go the distance?